At the edge of a great forest, there lay a small village unlike any other, where mornings began with golden sunlight dancing on the streams, laughter of children filling the air, and every home seemed to glow with warmth. But beyond those fields, the forest stood silent, secret, and waiting, as if holding a story of its own. In this village lived a boy named Arin. Curious as the morning sun, he loved to wander its paths, asking questions no one else dared to ask. He greeted everyone with a smile, yet his eyes always drifted toward the forest, as if drawn by something hidden among the shadows of its trees. One morning, Arin wandered further than usual, his basket swinging at his side. At the forest's edge, he stopped. The trees seemed taller, the air cooler, as if the forest guarded secrets it did not want to share. His heart pounded. Was this the place he had always felt calling to him? Arin stepped quietly into the clearing. The forest here felt alive, flowers shimmered, and tiny lights danced like fireflies. And then, he saw him, a small figure no taller than his waist, gathering herbs with careful hands. A dwarf. Arin held his breath, afraid to move, yet unable to look away. The dwarf straightened up, his eyes twinkling with wisdom. "Come out, boy," he said gently. "I saw you long ago." Arin stepped forward, his heart racing. "Who are you?" he asked softly. The dwarf smiled, placing the glowing herbs into his satchel. "I am one of the keepers of this forest, and you have wandered where few dare to tread." Arin followed the dwarf deeper into the glowing forest. The air shimmered with fireflies and glowing flowers lit their way. Suddenly, the dwarf stopped, turning to Arin with serious eyes. "This jungle is beautiful," he said in a low voice, "but it is not always safe. Remember, every light can hide a shadow." Arin's heart skipped. The warning made the forest feel both magical and dangerous. Arin gasped as the forest suddenly came alive. From behind glowing trees and flowers, creatures began to appear, soft rabbits that glowed like moonlight, deer with crystal antlers, birds singing in colors, and even a tiny dragon, its wings glittering with sparks. For the first time, Arin realized the dwarf didn't just know the forest, he belonged to it. As Arin led the dwarf into the heart of the village, whispers turned into shouts. "That's the thief!" Someone cried. "Send him away!" Another yelled. The dwarf lowered his head, clutching his satchel tightly. But Arin stood firm. "He's not what you think. He can help us." The villagers hesitated, torn between anger and a faint spark of hope. At last, a frail voice broke the silence. "If he can help, let him try," the girl's mother whispered. The dwarf opened his satchel and began mixing herbs with practiced hands. A soft glow filled the hut. For the first time, the villagers saw not a thief, but a healer. And slowly, hope returned to their eyes. By morning, the girl's laughter filled the air. She was walking again, her sickness gone as if lifted by magic. The villagers gathered, their doubt melting into awe. They brought food, water, and warm words. No longer a thief in their eyes, the dwarf had become something greater, a protector, a friend. As the sun dipped low, the dwarf stood once more at the forest's edge. The village no longer feared him. They had found in him not a thief, but a guardian of secrets. Arin waved, knowing this was not an ending, only the beginning of many more wonders yet to be discovered. This was only the beginning. More wonders await. Don't forget to subscribe for the next adventure.